So we have yet another story from my home state of New York. This one a little closer to home for me in Buffalo, New York, probably about 2 hours from where I was born. He was a very frail and feeble-looking 75-year-old man who was assaulted by 2 officers on video, and absolutely unreasonable, no reason for it. And one pushed him and the other one pushed him again, sent him to the ground. If you guys have probably seen it, but man, as soon as his head hits the ground, you hear the sound, you see his ears bleeding. One officer tries to help him, starts to bend down, and they grab him by the shoulder and they pull him back up. Now, that already was enough for me to just start thinking, like, how terrible is it? You know, they say, hey, you know, there's just some bad cops. You know, don't paint a broad brush. There's all these good cops, right? It's mostly good cops. Then you have some bad ones. And I said, what does it say when the bad cops take the good cops and tell them, no, you're not helping this guy. Let him bleed out of his ears. So then it gets even worse. 57 people from their unit, their special emergency unit, stepped down from their position in solidarity of the 2 officers that assaulted him, because they didn't like the fact that they were losing their job, and they didn't like the fact that they were being treated badly by the media, and they didn't like the fact that these 2 officers were actually getting assault charges and they were going to have to go to court over this. So these 57 officers said, yeah, you know, all you people protesting police brutality, yeah, you know, that's us too. That's us too. And that's the scary part, is they're saying, you know, you think that's assault? You think that's bad? We don't. Solidarity. Solidarity. And that's the most sickening part. You know, it's so terrible. We see all this stuff going on, and you want to hold on to that hope. You want to have like that optimism to say, I know there's a lot of good cops. I know that they're mostly good, and there's just a few bad apples. 57 people from that task force just up and quit because they're supporting the brutalizing and almost killing of a 75-year-old man right around my hometown. And that's why this just keeps getting scarier and scarier, because there was a breakdown in trust of the police. Because we know that this stuff isn't new, but now it's being videotaped, and now we're starting to see it. And for the police to react by saying, yeah, you know, peaceful protesters, we're going to attack them. You know, the president's like, yeah, let's call in the military. It's gotten so out of hand. Most of the violence, the greater majority of the violence is actually done by the police officers. The bodily harm, the people dying in these protests. There was another story. I don't remember what state it was, but if you look up, there was a student who was actually shot by a beanbag round, hit him in the head, almost killed him. He may still die from it. We don't know. It's only been about a day. They had a whole bunch of people carrying him to the hospital because they wouldn't. The police officers wouldn't help. Then the people who were carrying him actually got shot by police officers on the way in. Absolutely, just so horrifying, and just day after day after day. And at no point do the police have any self-reflection to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we should just chill a little bit. Maybe we shouldn't shoot someone in the head because we got a water bottle thrown at us. Maybe we shouldn't take our own senator and spray him and rough him up and handcuff him. And maybe we should slow it down. Maybe we shouldn't attack 75-year-old men. Maybe we shouldn't drive our cars into crowds of protesters. Maybe we should chill a little bit. There's just no self-reflection at all. And that's the scariest part. I just think it's absolutely maddening. You take the situation and you say, well, we need to improve it. And the police officers are like, nah. But that's what I'm seeing. Tell me if you guys think something else. Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to talk about it. I will see you guys in the next video.